really want to do is to one day go back to the refugee camp and help in any way possible. We want to be able to at least help somebody that was in the same situation as us to see a different perspective of life, to have the opportunity to pursue their dreams. I came to the United States when I was 8 years old, and I started school in second grade, and that's where my life started. We took several flights. We went from the refugee to Nairobi, and then we took several planes like to Atlanta and then to Mobile. A lot of families that want to come to different countries because the life in the refugee camp is not easy. Like you get 1 cup of oil or like a cup of beans, and especially if you have a big family like my family, it's not something you can easily just survive on. You have to try to find other means and ways to feed the family. Well, I have an amazing big family. My mom has 10 children. Both of my mom and my dad are here, but because of the war, actually 2 of my older brothers and my sister, one of my older sisters, she was left behind with my grandmother. But my mom works very hard, like with the cases that failed, she worked very hard to try to get everybody together, and my brother Mana and Kun ended up coming to America with us. When she had to leave, like most of the time the men would flee first because they were killing the men off very fast, and they were the first targets, and so the wives and the children would be left. And if your husband was one of the people that fled, you also have to leave soon because they're also coming for you, and they're going to most likely kill you too. So everybody just try to get out of there. And because soldiers were coming in. The war started off as a Muslim versus Christian kind of thing, because the Sudan was one country, and then we divided into North Sudan and South Sudan after we were liberated in 2009. Before she left, her first husband was killed. He was actually a general in the war, and so she fled to Ethiopia with one of my brothers was also killed with the children that she had left. And the Ethiopians actually had their own war going on, and they were actually killing some of the refugees there. So she had to flee again to go back through Sudan and then to Kenya.
I love all my kid, good kid. Because I told them my whole story. I say, you need to be good kid in United States, America. God bless America, bring me here. Thank God. Nero, all them my kid, good kid. Nero is good kid. Nero no sleep. Nero do homework. Mama, I need coffee. 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 Me cook coffee one all night, drink, homework. Nero good. All them good. Good girl. All them my kid, good kid.
Oh, what can I say about my mom? There's so much. My mom, she traveled miles to get us to the refugee camp. She would take food from her mouth and give it to us to eat. She would take her shoes off to make sure that we got shoes on our feet. My mom, she's an amazing person. She would tell us, Nero, don't worry about today. Don't worry about not having food today. Don't worry about, not having shoes. Just think about tomorrow. Just focus on your school. One day you will be there. One day you will be successful. And one day one of the reasons I want to be a doctor is because the things I saw in the refugee camp. And my mom, she told me you can be whatever you want. And today I would not be here without my mom. She would wake up and go to the UN offices and stay there from morning to night to make sure that my family got the opportunity to come here. She would walk for miles to get to the office, and she would make sure that she did not leave until she talked to somebody. She went through a long process to make sure that we got here, because she knows how hard life is, and she just wants the best for us. And that's why I love my mom, because she has always been there for us, and she does so much for my family. She says my children know where they come from. They know where they want to go, and that motivates them to want to do better and to one day help others. And she said her story and where she's been from, it made us stronger and want to do better in our lives.
I was born in a refugee camp in Kakuma, and in Kakuma there is different international program that supports refugee there, but it's so many refugees not just coming from one part of Africa, but coming from all over East Africa, from Congo to Uganda to South Sudan, and even the Somali, because they have a lot of crisis all over. So it's million and million of refugees that they're trying to feed, gives medical aids to. So life there was quite difficult because everybody, it was so many people that you're trying to support on donations and things. So for us, even some of us, refugee kids, if in the morning when the bell rings for you to go to school, and if the classroom are full, that's it. You gotta walk back home. You can't go to school that day. So life there was very difficult. So coming here is truly an opportunity. It was changed my life. I have a different perspective of how I look at life, because I look back and reflect the life that I had and the life that I have here now. The fact that I can sit in a classroom with my peers and learn about different things that I could never have dreamed of, where in most cases, young women in Africa, you don't ever have an opportunity to go any farther than a kindergarten level or 4th grade or 3rd grade. And here I am now, I'm about to graduate from college. So it's been amazing. It's been really, truly a great opportunity, and I feel that it has shaped who I am. And when I meet people, the way I talk to them, the way I present myself, and how I humble myself, all came from the life that I live in refugee camp. And I mean a lot. I hope, when I do interact with people, that I can show them the same, care and love that I've been showing since I've been here. So I feel that the important thing that our community should know, that refugee aren't people that are just coming looking for charity. Yes, we have our struggle, we have our path. There are things that, that we're trying to overcome, but there's a difference between, there's a quote that say, don't just give a man a fish, teach him how to fish so that he can have, the fish for tomorrow. And that's what refugee want. We want you guys to accept us, involve us, teach us, how do you get this? How do you fill out your taxes? Where do you go pay your power bill? So you're not going to pay it for us and stuff. So we're people who are very motivated, are willing to learn, and just want to be a part of this culture, this culture that allowed you to be whoever you want to be, this culture that allowed you to express who you are as a person and believe in what you want to be. So what I would say is just take your time to try to learn about someone from a different country, or someone even from a different part where you're not, because learning about them help you learn about yourself.
We all come from different backgrounds and we're all different people, but at the end of the day, we're all people, and you can just take the time and give it to someone and allow them to give you their time. You can make a difference.